That's 1 4, 14. I'm excited about this 14 number. I don't know why. Why should I be excited about LinkedIn Live 14? Well, I'm excited today because I want to share with you a strategy that has helped me tremendously to be able to launch products. One of the things that people think they need to do is they need to first prepare the product, and then after they prepare the product, then they can go ahead and get customers. But I literally do the opposite. First, I get the customers, and then I launch the product. How do I do that? Well, I use surveys. There's something called a LinkedIn poll. Have you heard of a LinkedIn poll? If you have heard of a LinkedIn poll, write poll in the chat. If you've never heard of a LinkedIn poll, just write Joe never heard of it. um, a LinkedIn poll is a way for you to be able to survey your audience. So you get a question that you can ask, and then you could put options like multiple choice options on the LinkedIn poll. And that allows you to be able to survey your audience to help them understand, if they're potential customers or if they're not potential customers. And if they're not potential customers, then give them an option to say, hey, I'm not interested. And if they are potential customers, give them an option to say, hey, I'm super interested. And then you're the only one that can see who voted on that poll, and you'll be able to learn more about what the person is interested in, what they're not interested in, and so on. So I do recommend people go ahead and create those polls on LinkedIn to really connect with their audience, and especially if you want to launch a product or a service, you create like a poll or a survey, and it helps you be able to determine if this is something that people would even want to do. And I've created many polls in the past, and I probably do a poll every single week. That's like where I'm at right now. Um, every single poll that I do helps me learn more about my audience. So if you haven't done a poll before, I highly recommend you do a poll. If you want to learn how to do these amazing polls, just write I want to learn how to do a poll in the chat. I'll be more than happy to show you how to do a poll. I want to let you know that if you're not posting, engaging, and messaging on LinkedIn on a daily basis, you are missing out on three key benefits that you get from posting, engaging, and messaging on LinkedIn. Key benefit number one is exposure. When you post on LinkedIn, you get exposure. On average, every post that I post on LinkedIn gets on average 1,000 impressions. It means 1,000 people see my post on average. If I post 100 times a year, that's 100,000 impressions. If I post 200, 300, 500 times a year, that's 500,000 impressions per year on average. Some of my posts got 1,000,000 impressions. Some of my posts got 100, 200, 300. But every single post gets me exposure. Even if only 50 people see your post, well, 50 people saw your post. That is powerful. And if your post doesn't do well, it's not just because your content probably isn't great, but it's also because you're missing some key elements to your post that will limit your exposure. So if you want more exposure, just write exposure in the chat, and I'll share with you some insights on how to be able to get more exposure on LinkedIn by posting and posting a specific way. The second thing I want you to know about is getting credibility. The second benefit you want from LinkedIn is to get that credibility. And somebody complained to me recently in a message saying, hey, if you use artificial intelligence, you're getting fake credibility. What is fake credibility? They're like, well, you're not really an expert. Well, who are you to say that somebody else is not really an expert? Do you know their level of expertise? And because they're using AI to help promote themselves, does that mean they're not an expert automatically? If you know a little bit more about somebody else regarding a specific industry or a specific topic, that makes you an expert. People are so hard on themselves that they're not willing to call themselves an expert until they have perfection. Well, perfection or being perfect is the enemy of execution. You cannot be perfect. That doesn't exist. That is a dream. Instead of trying to dream about being perfect, take more action. Call yourself an expert and be an expert. If you call yourself an expert, you'll do the things that experts do. What do experts do? Experts learn, experts teach, Experts make a difference for other people. So if you're an expert, just write I'm an expert in the chat. I'm curious to know if you are an expert, if you're willing to commit to being an expert. It's an active thing. Being an expert is not something that you do one time, you become an expert and you move on. If someone's an expert, they're currently exploring and learning that specific category and they're becoming an expert. An expert is not some place that you get to that someone recognizes you and now you're an expert. Just like a thought leader is someone that is leading with their thoughts and continuously sharing their original thoughts, and they're sharing their ideas and they're compiling other people's thoughts and they're leading with those thoughts. And people are so hard with these labels, and you have to qualify to be able to attain the doctorate. Stop with all the qualifications and take a step back and ask yourself, how is your trying to become perfect limiting you from taking action? And if it's limiting you from taking action because you're not quite there yet, then that's disempowering. And I want you to be empowered. I want you to have more power, more energy, more freedom, more joy, more action, more traction, more satisfaction. There's a lot of stuff going on. I just saw a post that went up on my profile, and I'm going to share my screen in a moment to kind of share with you guys a post about the different hobbies that you need. A lot of people have a hobby just to make money, but you need more hobbies other than making money. So I created a graphic and I posted it on LinkedIn. And if you go to my profile, if you go to joelinkedin.com later and you go through my posts, you'll notice that graphic, and that has gotten a lot of visibility for my profile. Sharing that graphic and sharing those ideas has gotten me a lot of visibility. And so once a year or twice a year, I actually share that graphic. I have over 100 posts that I share on an annual basis that I've already shared the year before and the year before that and the year before that, because those posts do well. You want to create a content library for yourself with the right posts that you can share over and over and over, so you don't have to sit there and reinvent the wheel every single time, because you already have posts that worked in the past. Over time, what you'll realize is that there's a limited amount of information that you need to share in order to be successful. And if you continuously share that information on a regular basis, you're much more likely to get that exposure, build that credibility. And then the third thing that you need from LinkedIn is booking meetings. Most people are not properly booking meetings online because they're not sending messages. They're not sending direct messages on LinkedIn. So I always recommend that you take the time, you send direct messages to people, and you start building those relationships. Relationships is not something that you build overnight. Relationships is something that you do slowly over time, and you do it methodically, and you connect and you build. So I want to encourage you to start building those relationships by getting to know the various people in your target market, building those meaningful relationships with them, and seeing where is the possibility for you. Where's the possibility for you? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a couple things that I typically do on my computer and how I build those relationships using tools like Evi AI, using tools that allow me to edit videos and so on. So if you're in with me, just write I'm in, Joe. Let me know where you're dialing in from today. I want to know where you're dialing in from today. I want to know what your goals are. What are you trying to achieve with LinkedIn? Do you want more clients? Do you want more exposure? Do you want more meetings? Share with me what your goals are in the chat. I'm going to pull up the chat in just a moment, but I want to know what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve, who you're trying to help, how are you going to get to your goal this year? And if you need additional support, just write I need support in the chat, and I'm happy to look at your profile and to support you along the way. And for me, it's about making a difference for other people. When I sit there and I see that you need support and I'm able to help you, that makes me feel fulfilled deep down inside, because I believe that the secret to living is giving, not faking and taking. It's giving, making a difference for other people, because givers gain. They don't just gain financially, but they also gain emotionally. Every single time I make a difference for somebody else, every single time I connect somebody, I build a relationship, that helps me out too. That makes a difference for me as well. So go ahead and give this post a like if you're watching this live. This way I can see who's watching me live, and leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, give it a light bulb, and also just write replay in the chat so that I know later when I come back to it that you watched the replay. So I'm going to share my screen now and just kind of guide you through some of the steps that I take to be more successful on LinkedIn. All right, so this is my screen. This is what I'm looking at right now as we speak. I'm looking at my notifications. There are different sections inside your notifications. There's my posts. So these are my recent posts. So I have a post that I recently posted saying that I'm thrilled to announce that we're in the process of launching a community of engaged thought leaders on LinkedIn. But before we officially launch, we want to understand who among you would like to be part of this dynamic community. There are 3 compelling reasons why you should consider joining: networking opportunities, promotion and support, and expert training. As CEO of Ajax Union Evergreen, I've seen firsthand how powerful LinkedIn can be as a platform for personal and professional growth. I'm passionate about sharing these insights and helping others achieve their goals. So, are you ready to join us? If you're interested, comment engaged below, and I'll send a form for the waitlist. Also, let me know your area of expertise. Let's grow together and get the most out of LinkedIn. And this video came from yesterday's LinkedIn Live. So let's quickly play it. If you want to join this engaged thought leader community, just write engaged in the chat, ENGAGED, engaged. And I'll send you a waitlist form that you can fill out so I understand what level you want to join. If you want to join a free version, if you want to join a more premium version that is more curated, and so on. And if you want to join, okay, so that's a quick video that was clipped out using this AI tool that allows me to clip out videos very quickly. And yesterday I edited this video.
I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Okay, so this is a quick little video the AI clipped for me. I'm going to download this little video over here right now, and then I'm going to be posting that on LinkedIn, which is a cute little video. So the AI takes all my videos and it edits the videos for me. So if you want to learn how to use AI, just write "Teach me AI" in the comments. So check this out. I'm going to use my artificial intelligence tool called Evie AI to reply to these people's comments. One of the most important things that you can do on LinkedIn is to reply to people's comments. So when someone leaves a thoughtful comment on one of your posts, you have to acknowledge them. But I don't necessarily have the time to sit there and acknowledge every single person. So I have the AI be able to read the comment, read the post, know who I'm talking to, and reply to each person individually. Now, I can manually reply, but it takes me just the same amount of time for me to manually reply as it takes for the AI to help me create a thoughtful reply that I obviously read before I actually go ahead and do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the AI to reply to every single one of these people. Like, for example, even if somebody specifically writes this incredible, thoughtful post like Margot did over here. You see she wrote an incredible, thoughtful reply to me. Joe, this initiative sounds fantastic. As an accountant specializing in small business and real estate, I'm excited about the networking and expert training opportunities. Looking forward to connecting. So I'm going to write, Margot, your enthusiasm is contagious. As an accountant with focus on small business real, you'll bring valuable insights to our community. Okay, so I'm going to press reply, and I just replied to Margot over here. You see that I replied to Margot. And now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to send Margot a direct message. Now, I can use the AI to automatically send Margot a direct message right here. So I'm going to press a message. You see? And I can click on the AI on the way bottom over here. I can click on this little AI box, and I can let Margot know about my service. I have a template already stored for this engaged LinkedIn user community. So this makes my life so much easier. I just sent her a form that you can fill out to check out the wait list. So if you guys are interested in seeing this form and you want to see how it works, just write engaged in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to engage with you. So you see the way it comes up. He said he even loved my comment already. This guy Reb Yitzchak already loved my comment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on message, and I'm actually going to send him this same direct message just like that. And I just messaged this person here with that same direct message that I sent Margot there. And I'm going to be sending it to every one of those people who left me a comment under this post. And I'm going to reply to every single person as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing that in action, just let me know. Go ahead and let me know. And also, leave a comment on this post. Let me know where in the world you're dialing in from. I see none of you are commenting yet on the post, which is totally fine. I'm here to build relationships, build connections. So in order for me to build a relationship with you, I have to know who you are. And in order for me to be able to do that properly, you got to leave a comment on this particular video that you're watching. Now, you see this post over here? This post I posted 11 minutes ago. I'm going to go ahead and give myself several likes on this post. Now, you might say, Joe, how are you giving yourself several likes? If you want to learn how I do these little hacks and how I make posts get out there to thousands of people very, very quickly, go ahead and join our Influencer Summit. We have an Influencer Summit coming up very, very soon. And we're teaching all the different hacks on how to properly leverage LinkedIn. There are many ways for you to be able to leverage LinkedIn, and I don't have every single hack that's available. And that's why I interview the top LinkedIn influencers every single year. We bring together 8 of the top LinkedIn influencers, and we coach them and we guide them to share all the different insights that they have that they've been using in order for them to be able to get more exposure and credibility on LinkedIn, in order for them to book even more meetings. So if you want to join that, go to this latest post over here, and I'm going to say join our LinkedIn Influencer Summit tomorrow, Jan 17th, at www.influencersummit2024.com. We have a great group of people joining us to present the insights on what is working on LinkedIn right now. Okay, so now I'm going to share that as a comment on this particular post. I'm also going to copy this comment, and I'm going to actually post that comment on several of my posts, including this particular post. It looks like Robert Brem is logging in from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm going to pull up Robert's profile right here. Form to lighting and control representative. I love that. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm curious to know how you even found this LinkedIn Live, because you're a third-degree connection to me. We're not even connected on LinkedIn. And I see you reposted something about a month ago was the last time you reposted something. So you haven't really posted on LinkedIn, but you do have hundreds of followers on LinkedIn, Robert. So I would recommend you use this tool called Evy AI. Here's the tool, EVYAI. When you log into the tool, you can use the tool to come up with topic ideas. You see, what topic post ideas would you like to generate with LinkedIn? You put in your keywords here or whatever ideas you want. You press generate ideas, and it's going to come up with 4 solid ideas. Once it comes up with an idea, Robert, what you can do is you can click on one of those ideas and generate a post, and it will just write the post for you. Then you can choose your goal, your tone, your persona, and there's a lot that you can do with this idea generator and the post writer together. The profile optimizer will help you optimize your profile, Robert. And then if you want to save particular people's profiles, for example, I'm going to save your profile right now. I'm going to press Save Profile. I'm going to add you to a list called LinkedIn Live, because you just came to my LinkedIn Live, and I want to remember that you came to my LinkedIn Live so I can follow up with you later. I just saved you into that list. So if I go back into app.evai.com and I click on Save Profiles, you'll see Robert is saved in here with the word LinkedIn Live next to it. If I want to see all your recent activity, I just click on See Recent Activity, and that loads all your recent activity right here. So if I want to leave a comment on something, so for example, you reposted that, I'm just going to go ahead and drop this Influencer Summit comment that I have over here, that I saved. Join our Influencer Summit. I just shared it right over here. And I just shared this little snippet. We're going to be adding snippets to Evie AI very soon that allows you to include some comments. Um, really, really powerful. So you see people are sending me messages here. I'm replying to those messages. Michael Moskowitz, hope all is well with you and your family. Have the best. Join our Influencer Summit. So I'm going to be sharing this right over here. In these group messages, I'm letting people know to join our Influencer Summit. You see that? I'm just literally just pasting this in right here in all these little groups here. I have all these little groups all prepared and ready to go. And all I'm doing is sharing this direct message with all these people so that they all join the LinkedIn Influencer Summit. And every one of these groups has different people in it. So I love connecting with these people, building relationships with them. And you can create as many little group messages as you want on LinkedIn. And this makes your life so much easier when you're building relationships with groups of people. You see that? I send people like happy birthdays, happy anniversaries. So I just sent her a happy anniversary message. And now I'm going to tell her to join our event tomorrow. Joseph Brickman, happy anniversary. See that? Sprint Booster. I'm going to let these people know to join this summit. Okay. I'm going to let him know to come to our Influencer Summit tomorrow. This is his birthday. I send birthday messages to people. See that? I'm sending lots of these messages out to people. So I send out messages every single day on LinkedIn. That's one of the things that I do every single day. So I post, engage, and I message every single day. Even if you only have 15 minutes a day, it's worth doing that. It's worth posting, engaging, and messaging on LinkedIn. Now, sometimes I'll want to post something on LinkedIn, like I just posted that it said failed to post comment. If you're trying to comment on your own LinkedIn Live and LinkedIn Live fails to load the comment, what you want to do instead is go to your own profile, scroll down to recent activity, click on show all posts. You see that? And then what you want to do is you want to comment on your own posts using the see all recent activity link here. Now, if it doesn't load for whatever reason, you just refresh it. LinkedIn sometimes doesn't load things, especially if you have multiple LinkedIn windows open like I do in this case over here. So I'm going to close out this LinkedIn window. I'm going to reopen it, reload it, and hopefully it'll reload all my recent activity here. Let's see. I'm reloading my recent activity. Now, if LinkedIn is particularly slow for whatever reason, it might be because you're using some type of extensions that are limiting your ability to do that. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click on Manage Extensions, and I'm going to disable one of my LinkedIn extensions. And now I'm going to refresh this page, and things should go a drop faster now. Okay, so I just disabled one of my extensions. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a comment on this particular LinkedIn Live. As you can see, I'm doing that right over here. Control V. And I just successfully posted a comment on this LinkedIn Live that you're on right now. So let me know what you specialize in. What is your specialty? I'm going to say welcome to Robert Brem. Robert Brem. If for some reason it's not loading his profile here, form to light. I don't see it loading. It's not showing. You're not coming up here. I don't know why you're not coming up. I'm just going to say welcome to the live. Okay, and I'm going to press reply. Didn't let me tag you, probably because you're a third degree connection, so you're a pretty far connection from me. So it's not necessarily going to allow me to do that, to tag you just like that. Well, so I shared with you guys a couple things. So how do you get that exposure? How do you build that credibility? How do you book more meetings using LinkedIn? So I got 2 new messages over here filled out. Thank you, he said. Chris said, I think next time is the plan. Just unlikely to work for me. Agreed. No worries. If you can let people know about it, about the event, that would be lovely. Okay, so again, me building relationships, real relationships. Now, one of the things that I love doing is dropping comments on people's posts. So I'm constantly just dropping comments on posts. You see that? These comments that I drop on people's posts are very specific. And I shorten the comment. I don't have to put the whole comment over there. See, I shorten the comment. Did you ever did a meeting audit? I'm going to say yes. Very interesting. Okay, and I'm going to share this little link over here. Now, I have something inside app.eviai called influencers. So I'm going to go to influencers like this. I'm going to press apply. And I'm going to find some of these LinkedIn influencers and their posts. And I'm going to start sharing on their posts about my conference coming up tomorrow. I'll share with you guys how exactly I do that. Now, there's a very small chance, actually, there's a 0 chance that any of these influencers are actually going to see these comments that I share. It's very, very unlikely that they're going to see it. There's a chance, but it's very, very unlikely, a very, very small chance. But there's a high chance that people that are their connections will actually see that. So I'm going to share this link here in the comments. I'm promoting my event in the comments of these people's posts here. As you can see, I'm going to share the LinkedIn Influencer Summit information on these posts because these posts are going to get action. And as a result, like for example, Bill Gates, see that? Join our LinkedIn Influencer Conference tomorrow. I am able to leave a comment on Bill Gates' posts. Now, I can leave a thoughtful comment, just like you see, I already left a thoughtful comment over here. I used artificial intelligence to leave this comment. Pete hasn't really updated in a while. That's okay. Austin is constantly updating. I teach people how to land amazing jobs. That's great. It's perfect for the Influencer Summit. So I'm going to definitely drop a comment over here. And as you can see, Lewis Howes, 12 hours ago, he got 5 comments on this. 1 day ago, he got 61 comments on this. So the chances of Lewis Howes even seeing that I'm posting these comments is very low. But I want his audience to see this. So what you want to do is you want to find those influencers. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. You want to find LinkedIn influencers that have a particularly large influence on LinkedIn, that also have the same target market as you do. And what you want to do is you want to engage in the comments of their posts. You might say, why? Why should I engage in these LinkedIn influencers in the comments of their posts? Is because their audience see the comments. And if you want to be seen by the audience of those influencers, then you want to drop comments on their posts so that you get seen by those influencers on LinkedIn. And you get seen by their audience as well. And when you drop significant comments on people's posts, you're much more likely to be successful. You're much more likely to get seen. You're much more likely to get that credibility and build those relationships. LinkedIn influencers like Kevin O'Leary or Bill Gates or Gary Vaynerchuk, they're not looking at their comments 99% of the time. Occasionally they'll log in and look at it, but they're getting such high volumes of comments that they're not even going to see what you're posting over there. So if you want to get exposure in the comments, you don't want to leave it for like a regular individual, but you want to be able to leave it under influencers. Now, there is another demographic that you can be sharing and promoting your business on, which is company pages. So for example, under the Upwork company page, Upwork targets people with advertisements. You see, they're targeting people with advertisements. They have 2 million followers. So I want to promote myself and my business and my initiatives under their advertisements. You see that? Jeff Goldberg, for example, he was one of the members of the LinkedIn Influencer Summit recently. He's a relationship of mine, so I can kind of promote myself under his post. That's totally fine. I have some amazing news. I'm thrilled to announce that I've been invited as the co-host of the Sales Players podcast. So I'm going to congratulate him using Evie AI here. So over here, I'm not going to promote myself to his audience, but this is an affiliate of mine, and I want to stay top of mind, and I want him to mention me on the podcast. So I'm going to say, awesome, your mission aligns perfectly with my passion. Looking forward to hearing your insights. You see that? So I shared a very, very nice, thoughtful reply to his congratulations announcement using Evie AI in just seconds. So I'm the only one that's going to leave a comment over here. You see that I just left a comment on this advertisement. So leaving comments on advertisements, promoting your business could be a helpful strategy for you to be able to get out there more. Most people are just not doing that. And as a result of them not doing that, they are missing out on exposure that they could be getting on other people's advertisements. Now, not everyone allows comments. If they don't allow a comment, I would give it a like. So again, you'll get more exposure that way as well. You scroll down, Mike Jones posted this over here. I'm going to drop a comment for Mike Jones just like that. I'm going to click on this little Evie AI logo. I'm going to click generate. Anyone that comments on Mike Jones's on his profile, I want them to see me. I want them to see Evie AI. I want them to see that it exists. Absolutely, Mike. High performers indeed have a relentless drive. I'll add strategic reflection as a tool. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here, Mike Jones. Reflection turns into urgency. Okay, so you see that? Now, Perry, who's a client of mine, I'm definitely going to stay top of mind with Perry, just like that. Let's see what it generates for me here. I'm curious to know, are you using AI? What type of AI tools are you currently using? Let me know inside the comments of this post. What AI tools are you currently using? I'm using Evie AI, which is this tool right over here, evyai.com. It's available right now for free to try it. And if you want to upgrade, we have two options. If you go to evyai.com/upgrade, we have the $29 a month option, and we have the $180 a year option. When you prepay for the year, you actually get 50% off, which ends up being $15 a month. So I highly recommend you guys upgrade while this deal is still available, because this deal is not going to be available forever. So definitely get yourself grandfathered into this deal that we're making available for our first customers that are considering upgrading to premium. Highly recommend that. Okay, let's go on to my notifications. So I have lots of different notifications. I see people are liking, they're commenting, they're posting over here. Let's just check out what's going on over here. In the comments, I'm going to click on notifications here just to kind of see what notifications it gives me. Now, it gives me notifications on my posts. It also gives me mentions. So if you get mentioned places, you want to acknowledge the people that are mentioning you. So for example, Tom mentioned me on this article here. You see that? He mentioned me on this article with my goals. So again, I'm going to reply to every single person that leaves a comment on my posts. But in order for me to find them, LinkedIn made it very easy for you to find your mentions by adding that section to the notifications. So if you haven't been checking out that section in the notifications, I highly recommend you go ahead and check out that section. I'm going to insert this from Tom, and I'm going to click on Tom Hinkle just like that. Actually, this is Tom Hinkle. This is Tom Mar Cooks. Okay, so you see I replied to him. So I'm acknowledging him and rewarding him for that specifically. So my goal is to acknowledge and reward my audience in a way that helps me be able to stay top of mind with them, thank them, and build those relationships. So my question to you is, are you doing this? Just write, yes, Joe, I am doing it, or write, no, Joe, I am not doing it. Curious to know. I'm curious to know if you guys are using these tools. I do have a sales call that's supposed to dial in now. I'm going to tell my assistant, let me know if she dials in. I am on LinkedIn Live until she does. Thank you. All right. What else can I show you how to do? There's a lot of things that I want you to learn how to do, but there's actually a website called evergreen.com. Evergreen. Evergreen.com. Okay, so there's this website called evergreen.com. It's spelled EVYRGREEN.com. And we have several uh, LinkedIn trainings that we have available. We have one called the LinkedIn Accelerator One Day Training Program. Are you familiar with the LinkedIn Accelerator One Day Training Program? The LinkedIn Accelerator One Day Training Program is a great program that allows you to be able to learn how to leverage LinkedIn in one day directly with me. So we're able to kind of learn together, grow together, build relationships over the course of one day. 6 hours, we learn how to create a LinkedIn strategy, personal brand messaging, LinkedIn profile optimization. We create LinkedIn dashboards, learn about technologies. We start posting, engaging, and messaging. We create a direct messaging strategy for you. And this all happens in one day. You also get access to a course. You get us access to the LinkedIn Influencer Summit recordings, lots of technology tutorials. And this is a one-day training program that's happening in 64 days on March 20th. So if you'd like to learn more about this LinkedIn Accelerator training program, just go to the comments of this video right now and just say Accelerator, and I'll send you some more information about the LinkedIn Accelerator program. Now, we are offering a deep discount for people who are joining the LinkedIn Accelerator program that are also Evie AI Premium members. So if you're an Evie AI Premium members and you upgraded to our premium, whether it's our monthly premium or annual premium, we are offering you a very deep discount on this particular program. So let me know if you want that discount. Just write premium in the chat, letting me know that you're in on that. I'm going to go back over here and just kind of see who has liked the post. Go ahead, if you're watching this live, give it a like if you haven't already. And if you drop me a comment, I'll know that you're here. That's how I know that you're on LinkedIn Live together with me. Now, for some reason, LinkedIn is freezing up right now. I'm going to click on notifications. It looks like Evan Messman just posted. I got notified in my notifications that he posted. I'm going to be the first person that leaves a comment on Evan Messman's post, just like that. See that? I just posted that. I'm going to wait here. I'm going to press go. And Evan says, that's a tough spot to be in. I feel you. When the face back says back, remember, every entrepreneur has been there. It's a response that defines our path forward. I'm going to type in Chaim Horowitz. Chaim Horowitz. Check out this post. You might find it helpful. Okay. So you see that I tagged Chaim Horowitz in this post. Now I'm chatting with Chaim Horowitz on WhatsApp right now. So I'm going to click on Chaim Horowitz's profile, and I'm going to send him a question, a comment over here. Chaim, looking forward to working with you. Let's connect. Okay, so now I press send. Okay, and I'm going to tell him I sent you a connection on LinkedIn, by the way. And I am featuring your post on live right now at www.joelinkedin.com. You can join if you want. All right, so let's take a look at his profile right here. This is Chaim Horowitz's profile. He reached out to me for some support for his Red Oak web design company. He's a software developer. So if I search software developer in my second degree network, web design and software developer, I'm going to go here, search, and I'm going to switch from first degree to second degree, and I'm going to search for people in particular. There are 23,000 people that he's competing with to show up in my second degree network. You see that? There's a lot of other software developers in my second degree network. So why should I pick him? Why should I pick Chaim from all those other people that are here? You see, he shows up on the second page. Why would I pick him from all those other people? Well, there are certain things that you can do on your profile that will make it more likely that people will pick you. One of the things that you can do is start posting. Right now, he hasn't been posting on LinkedIn. I'm going to click on Show All Activity just to see the last time he posted. And as you can see, Chaim has not posted on LinkedIn. So if he hasn't posted on LinkedIn, he's missing out at a key opportunity to be able to get exposure on LinkedIn. So if I was a web designer like Chaim, what would I do? What would I do right now in order for me to get more business using LinkedIn? Well, the first thing I would do is I would start posting on a regular basis. He already has 1,352 followers. You see that? See how many followers he has? I'm curious to know, how many followers do you have on LinkedIn? Let me know. He already has 1,352 followers on LinkedIn, and he's the owner and designer of Red Oak Web Design, which I know nothing about because he doesn't even have an about section on his website. There's no about section. So what I'm going to do is I am going to help him create an about section for his website right now. I'm going to go and Google his name real quick. So I'm going to Google his name, and I'm going to find his actual website. So I just Googled his name and found website, your web design partner in Toms River, New Jersey. Welcome to Oak River Web Design, your trusted web design partner. So look at that. This is all the stuff that he does. Again, it doesn't show much information about him. It looks like his LinkedIn URL is on the bottom here, which I like. He has a portfolio. I like that he has a portfolio. Really cool. All right, so I'm going to go back to the homepage, read up about him. Okay, so I don't really have much information about him. I don't know who he is. I don't know why I should trust him. I don't know why I should do business with him. Right? Why a website? Again, we need to figure out who this person is and then put that information out there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to copy this information, and I'm going to use Chat GPT. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chat GPT, but I created a mega prompt to allow me to create a persona for anybody. So I'm going to paste this mega prompt in here. Then I'm going to grab some information from his LinkedIn profile, just like that. Copy this like this. I'm going to go back into ChatGPT, and I'm going to paste some more information with this mega prompt into ChatGPT. I'm going to go see what he's doing. It looks like he's been working here. He was also a real estate broker or a realtor. Looks like he was a realtor. So he was a listing agent as a realtor. And again, I don't have much information about him other than that. I don't know what he's been up to, what he did. I would probably like to interview him to learn more about his history as a software developer. I'm also going to search his name and see if he's been interviewed anywhere else in the past. See if anybody else has any other information about this company over here. Let's see. Red Oak Tech. This might be a different company here. Yeah, this is clearly a different company. That's not his company. So he doesn't even own the first page of Google for his own name. Maybe he has the first 2, but he can easily own the first 100 results if he does things correctly. And that's something that I would recommend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just search his name like this, Chaim Horowitz, and then I'm going to see if anybody else has any information about him. Chaim Horowitz Design. Let's see if this is him. This is not him. This is somebody else. Okay, cool. So that's as much information as I have from him. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into ChatGPT. I'm going to execute this command here, which has some basic information about his company from his website, whatever I was able to find, and it has some information about him. Now, as you can see, it's building out his AI persona so that I can later use this information to be able to write him a proper LinkedIn profile. So what tool am I going to use to write him a LinkedIn profile? I'm actually going to use my tool called Evy AI, EVYAI.com. And this is a profile optimizer. I'm going to create him a profile with the goal of thought leadership, and I'm going to create an informative profile. I'm not going to include any persona here because I don't have a persona yet. But what I will include is some information from his LinkedIn profile, which is just the information that I got right over here, just like this. I'm going to copy this information. I'm going to pop it into Evy AI's profile optimizer. Now, I do still have some more room. You see 2681. So I'm going to go into ChatGPT and just grab this AI persona information that it gave me here. And I'm going to see if it allows me to include this information here without running out of characters. Okay, it looks like I ran out of characters. I'm going to press GPT-4, which is a little more sophisticated, and then I'm going to have it build this out for me. Okay, so you see what I'm doing here? It's generating. That means it's spinning around and just generating for just a moment over here. And as you can see, I am simply creating an optimized profile for Chaim right now. If you guys are watching me live, just write live in the chat so that I know that you guys are live. If you're watching the replay, just write replay inside the chat. My goal is to educate you and inspire you and share with you the ways that you can be more successful using some of the tools that we make available for our clients. Now, Evie AI is available for free, but if you want to upgrade, you have two options. You can either upgrade for $29 a month or for $180 per year. And I recommend grabbing the $180 a year option. And the reason I recommend that is because it makes your life so much easier to know that you're committed for the year. Okay, what do you guys think of this tool? Do you think it's useful to use a tool like this? Or do you think it's like, oh my God, too much? It's too much to use AI to help you write your profile on LinkedIn. Now, for some reason, LinkedIn is glitching out right now. It's not loading. But as you can see, I have his amazing profile written. I'm going to copy this profile out, and I'm going to send him this profile via WhatsApp. As you can see, I sent him this profile all done already for him. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the topics. I'm going to click on Idea Generator, and I'm going to ask it to create a topic related to web design and software development for small business. Okay, web design, software development, small business, and I'm going to press Generate Ideas. Now what it's going to do is it's going to come up with 4 amazing ideas for me to help him be able to create posts. I want to write a post on behalf of Chaim. So how am I going to write a post on behalf of Chaim Horowitz? So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to create a persona on his behalf inside my Evie AI, and then I'll be able to generate posts. But, I want to create a few ideas related to web design, software development, small business. And for some reason, the ideas are not loading right now. So I am going to skip this part. For some reason, it's not loading. I don't know why these ideas are not loading. I wonder if they're loading for you guys. But try it out and see if it loads for you guys. And I'm going to go to my developer and say, hey, what's going on? Why hasn't this worked? I'm going to try this again. Web design, so generate ideas. Okay, it's failing out right now. So I'm not going to be able to show you this particular feature until it gets fixed. But LinkedIn is also failing out. I might be having an internet connection problem right now. So it looks like my LinkedIn is having burps as well. So we'll have to get back to this. But hopefully you guys got value. Let me stop sharing my screen just briefly because I do have a meeting coming up right now. If you're interested in learning more about how you can leverage LinkedIn, just write LinkedIn in the chat. I'll send you some information about our accelerator program. Write accelerator if you're interested in learning more. I absolutely love supporting people, helping people, making a difference for people. So if I can make a difference for you, let me know. This was LinkedIn Live number 14 out of 244 that I'm going to be doing this year. So if you want to join more of my LinkedIn Lives, make sure to like and comment on this post, letting me know what topics you want me to cover in the future. And I'm going to keep driving forward and being consistent with my activities. 244 times I'm going on LinkedIn Live this year. That's my commitment to you. And each time I'm going to add value. I'm going to share insights. I'm going to share with you how you can leverage LinkedIn to be more successful. I hope you can come to the LinkedIn Influencer Summit tomorrow. That's happening at 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of people there live. And we're going to have 8 amazing LinkedIn influencers that are going to be sharing their insights. We have 2 cameo appearances. One of them may have just canceled on me, but we'll find somebody else to replace him. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next.